mind. I'll change it afterwards. All right. Oh, can you see?
Today, more than 6 billion people rely on food grown on just 11% of the Earth's soil. FDR, one of our great presidents, is quoted as saying, "The history of every nation is eventually written in the way in which we care for our soil." So, today in the presentation I want to try to get across the fact that the quality and the quantity of the soil that we have to work with around the globe directly relates to food shortages that are occurring even today in modern times. The causes for these food shortages in each of the regions of the world are depending on issues from drought, erosion, and human error, soil mismanagement, even in our own nation today. So, in the past 10 years, the food crisis has increasingly gotten worse. As you can see, in the last 2 years, this graph from the Thomson Financial Data Stream shows that wheat and rice have risen to great extents, and as you can see in the red minus signs, those are countries that restricted their export of food to countries that actually are not agriculturally based, so can't produce their own food, such as many of the African nations and Haiti. And in those countries we're seeing today and in the past unrest and protests occurring. I want to go and concentrate on a specific place in Haiti where the food shortage really hit it hard. This is a satellite image of the border between Haiti and the Dominican Republic. And as you can see, on the Dominican side, there's greenery, there's forest, whereas on the Haitian side, it's all deforestation, there's almost no plant life. So I want to go into why this happened in Haiti, and it's also similar to what's happened in many other countries. As you may know, Haiti was a French colony in the early 16th and 15th century. And after the Haitian Revolt in 1804, the French left the country, but they made the Haitians pay about 93 million francs worth of timber in reparations. So that's what caused the major deforestation on that side of the island compared to the Dominican side. So as a result, Haiti was never build its agricultural infrastructure. And that's why today when countries such as China stop exporting their food to these countries, we see protests break out. And the things that are happening in Haiti could foretell what may happen in the future with other countries, such as in Africa and other regions of the world that don't have an agricultural-based economy. Over the years that we've been in an agrarian and agricultural-based society as humans, we've degraded 7.5 million square miles of fertile soil on Earth. Just to give you an idea how much land mass that is, 7.5 million square miles is about the size of the United States and Canada combined, so about this blue area right here. This is a graphic of the different, basically the bread baskets on each of the continents. Of course, in the United States, we have the Midwest arid prairie, where we get most of our food from. That's where our best soil is. China has this place called the Loess Plateau, where it has much of its rice. And basically every continent has a pretty stable fertility, except in Africa. You can see there's only a few circles where land can grow enough food to feed people. So that's where we're having a lot of our problems today. So I want to go into each of the regions and the problems that they're having. China with soil erosion, Africa, of course, with major drought, and even here in the United States we have soil problems with our machinery and soil compaction. In the 1950s, the communist government in China did a countrywide initiative, the Daisy Way, to cut down all the trees in the country and make as much land as possible into farming land. So what this did was take away all the trees, which the roots stabilized the soil. So when they took away all the trees to cut down to making the farming land, and major rainfall would occur, it caused erosion. And of course, China, we now know, has one of the most greatest erosion rates in the world. In Africa, in this region called the Sahel region, it's basically the sub-Saharan region of Africa. That's where most of the food shortages are happening in modern times, and this is due to major drought, as you can see here. So this is an example of climate-induced food shortage. In the United States, even though we are very stable with our farming and everything, we still have problems with our soil. soil compaction, which a lot of our farmers have to meet quotas for the government and for capital. So instead of using things that would help the soil, they have to use these big machineries to meet their quotas to make enough food, and this compacts the soil, and it will hurt us in the future eventually. And this is a graphic of soil compaction, exactly what happens. This is regular, normal soil. When you compact the soil, the water and the air can't get into the soil, and it prevents growth of food. So each of these places are taking steps in the right direction. China is going through the 3-3 system, where a third of the land is for agriculture, a third is for growing orchards, and a third is for tree growth to stabilize the soil. In Africa, they're using a new technique, the Zai technique, where they dig holes and they put manure in the holes. And termites go in and they make these tunnels, and so when it rains, it retains the water in these tunnels that they make. So that's actually helping. And then even here in the United States, we're using technology, GPS, to limit the amount of soil that we actually compact. But the question I'm asking is, are these solutions enough? They're small solutions, but are they enough to help us? Only 3% of today's soil is actually very fertile and really useful. The UN Food and Agriculture Organization made a statistic that by the year 2030, we're going to double our population, and we're going to have to grow 30% more soil, more food on the soil that we have today. So we have to confront this global problem, and a way that I researched is with this new soil in the Amazon called terra preta. As you can see, compared to regular soil, this is very rich. And the thing that makes it black like this is charcoal. So by mixing charcoal into the earth, it creates a great habitat for the microorganisms and allows for more fertility of the soil. So if we can implement this system in China, in Africa, and other places, it could help us with the future. And I just want to end by a quote made by David Montgomery from the University of Washington. He's a geologist, and it pretty sums up the point I'm trying to make is we're simply not going to be able to keep on treating it like dirt.